Milan version Massimiliano Allegri 2.0 make their highly anticipated Serie A debut in front of a sold-out San Siro against newly promoted Cremonese. The first of many Lombardy derbies this season, and whilst Milan have turned to a familiar face for guidance this campaign, Cremonese have picked a safe pair of hands with Davide Nicola, building a survival expert reputation for himself. Not an easy start for the visitors, who have never won here at San Siro against the Rossoneri, but who did manage to stay unbeaten against them the last time they were in Serie A. The Cremonese side, who in their previous 8 seasons in Serie A have never won their first game of a campaign. Time to have a look at the starting lineups. Massimiliano Allegri's first team selection this season includes 2 new players, Pervis Estupinan and Luka Modric, who gets an immediate start. The big name missing for Milan is Rafael Leao, who picked up an injury in the Coppa Italia, but still plenty of attacking threat with Jimenez, Pulisic and Loftus-Cheek. A couple of new faces as well on the bench, with Yashari ready to come in and shine for the Rossoneri. Davide Nicola, meanwhile, gives a league debut to 6 new Cremonese signings, starting with veteran goalkeeper Emil Audero. Pezzella, Baschirotto and Filippo Terracciano, who plays against his parent club, are selected in defence, whereas former Empoli captain Alberto Grassi partners Collocolo in midfield. Jari van de Putte was arguably Cremonese's best player last season, and he'll be one to watch. The new Serie A season, the 25-26 campaign for Milan and Cremonese starts here at San Siro, a sold-out San Siro, with Milan looking to become once again a force in Italian football after what was an underwhelming, bizarre and emotional roller coaster of a season last campaign. Max Allegri has been brought in to steady the ship for Milan, as Giuseppe Pezzella sends an early cross over Mike Maignan's crossbar. Loftus-Cheek, Yusuf Fofana, Jimenez, it took a touch. Deflection there, just taking it wide, but a first real sight at goal for Milan. Nicely worked. Just a little bit of concern here that Emil Audero might have hurt himself. Might have just jarred his shoulder as he was reaching for the post. Modric's corner, Gabbia's header, cleared by Pezzella. Modric's ball towards Gabbia once again. Estupinan, why not? Audacious attempt there from the Ecuador international. It was dipping viciously, but it dipped just wide. Santi Jimenez through here, and Santi Jimenez is flagged offside. It looked very easy for Milan. This is towards Collocolo, beaten to it by Pavlovic, who's given it straight to Collocolo. Bonazzoli, and that's a good save by Maignan. Doesn't give up the chase, Collocolo, that's to his credit. Pavlovic gets it horribly wrong. Bonazzoli doesn't think twice about it. Players with Serie A know-how. This is good football from Cremonese. Van der Putter. In comes the cross. Pizzella's there. Maignan let it run. He knew it was going wide, but that's chances in quick succession for the visitors. Fofana. Salimakers has picked out Loftus-Cheek. Tried something difficult. Spin of the ball means it stayed in play for Pulisic. And he's away from Zerbin. Pulisic. It's been a quiet first 25 minutes for the American. Van der Putter. Glancing off the head of Colo. Zerbin. His turn to put it in. And it's a good ball headed in by the new man. Baschirotto. And there's a real roar from the away end. The man with the muscles. Muscles his way to his first Cremonese goal. Peach of a ball in from Zerbin. Excellent header from Baschirotto. Modric. Looking for a Stupinan. Baschirotto again. Drops to Pulisic. Milan corner. And almost impossible to get past him in this first half. Will very quickly turn to a smile if his team can equalise here. Pulisic. Punched away by Aldero. And put wide by Jimenez. It's as good as it's been for Milan. Flash wide that post. Still got time for one last chance. They've got to move quickly. Modric. Estupinan. Good tackle, Zerbin. Play on, sets the referee. Estupinan. Time to pick a man. Pavlovic. On the stroke of half-time, it's Pavlovic who has put Milan level. Well, it's not been an easy half for Milan. In fact, they've struggled. But with the first real piece of quality in their build-up play, Pavlovic has managed to find a way through. Referee happy to allow a little bit more time. Not anymore. Difficult first half for Milan. Cremonese found a way through via new signing Federico Baschirotto's header. But when Alessio Zerbin thought he was fouled, Pavlovic was picked out, and his header has given Milan parity at half-time in what has been a difficult first half. At the break here at San Siro, Milan 1, Cremonese 1. Welcome back to San Siro, everybody, for the second half between Milan and Cremonese. It is all square at the break. Milan able to equalise on the stroke of half-time via the head of Pavlovic. This after Federico Baschirotto had headed Cremonese ahead. There is going to be a change at half-time for Milan. Stupinan's Serie A debut lasting only 45 minutes. The Ecuadorian, despite getting the assist for Pavlovic, did struggle in the first half, and so Allegri has chosen to send on young Alex Jimenez. Second half gets underway here at San Siro. 1-1 at the break between Milan and Cremonese. Loftus-Cheek can drive. Now Tomori. Better connection, and that could have been a problem for Audero. Fofana had the power, not the accuracy. Here he is again, into Jimenez. Salimakers, Modric! That would have been a dream debut in Serie A. He had the power, any side of Audero, and that would have been a first spectacular goal for Milan. Modric's corner now. Pulisic. And it's bounced to Gabbia, it hasn't. Caught it nicely, Pulisic. Pulisic. Fofana. Modric. Numbers in the middle. And it's saved by Audero. Better from Milan. They had a couple similar opportunities in the first half. That pullback. Pulisic takes the corner. Came off Gabbia's shoulder. Fofana making that run. Fofana would have been a glorious goal. Gabbia. Salimakers. Picked Now Jimenez has been marked so tightly by Baschirotto. Pizzella, good cross. Oh my goodness, what a goal! Welcome back to Serie A, Federico Bonazzoli. A piece of magic from Bonazzoli on Milan turf. Baschirotto wins this duel. And Pizzella has this in his locker. But Bonazzoli there. It's one of the best he's ever scored. Well, you can send the reaction from the Milan supporters. They recognise quality when they see it. Good ball. Pulisic. Pulisic! Not far away. Yashari's on. Luka Modric makes way. Pulisic's ball in to Pavlovic. Gabbia waits. Aldero wastes no time. Alex Jimenez keeps his cool this time. The Masters coming from behind last season, Milan. Gonna have to do so once again. They're running out of time to do so. Fofana. Loftus-Cheek. 75,000 Milan supporters thought that was in, but it only hits the side netting. Pulisic. Salemakers. Fofana. And Baschirotto with a big clearance. It's a telling sign that Federico Baschirotto, despite just arriving at Cremonese, is already the player to wear the captain's armband in Bianchitti's absence. Salemakers. Chukwueze. Off the top of Pulisic's head. Pavlovic comes forwards to add his weight to the attack. Pavlovic, but the ball has to come in quicker. Pavlovic. Chukwueze waits. Aldero read it well. Pulisic's ball in. Was it stopped off the line? Santi Jimenez with a header from point-blank range. A historic day for Cremonese. Davide Nicola's first game in Serie A with the Grigiorossi is a first ever win at San Siro against Milan for Cremonese. And it's a first ever win in their first game of the new campaign in Serie A for Cremonese. They'd never started a season with a win